Oh boy, here we go. How's it going, everybody? My name is Tentacle, and welcome to the post-game of Pokemon Sword. Last time, we beat Champion Leon. I still don't know how we did it. And now, I'm starting the post-game about a year later. You'll find out pretty soon why I've been putting this off for so long, but for right now, Professor Magnolia has come to visit. Or, I guess, the former Professor Magnolia. Sonia took her place. And we don't get our Master Ball until after we beat Leon. Alright, whatever. Professor Magnolia, why, you didn't have to come all this way. After everything Cole has achieved, it's really the least I could do. The wishing stars that make Dynamaxing possible are parts of Eternatus. And when Eternatus was awakened, Dynamax energy flooded the entire region. Because of that, Dynamax Pokemon were popping up all over, causing trouble across all of Galar. Yes, yes. I'm pretty amazing, aren't I? So basically, former Professor Magnolia is congratulating us by giving us that Master Ball. Poor Professor Magnolia. It seems she's quite bothered by the chairman's actions, since she helped carry out so much of the researching into Dynamaxing for him. And that's it. That's all the exposition you get to start the post-game. The Galar region is yours to explore, except it's not because we're about to get thrown into the story for this post-game here in a minute. I forgot to show it at the end of the quote-unquote finale, but right after the credits ended, we got a shot of the back of the slumbering Weald. That's where we need to go next. So, unless anything crazy happens, I'll just meet you guys there, because there's going to be a lot of backtracking. Alright, here we are. And I guess Hop is here. Huh? Cole? What are you doing here in the woods? What about you, man? Nobody ever comes in here, since this is the forest where Zacian and Zamazenta rested. It's the best place to do a bit of thinking, since it's so quiet and all. You say you felt like something was calling you here, Cole. Mate, that's pretty uncanny. Yeah, it's called a post-credits sequence. Look it up. Oh, but I hadn't had the chance to tell you. Congrats on your victory, Cole. Honestly, I never thought you'd manage to beat my brother. The greatest champion Galar ever had. He was undefeatable till you came around. I pulled that victory out of my butt, man. I shouldn't have won that. Let's be real. Cole, do you think... Would you be up for one more battle? Why? Oh, so he's willing to get destroyed by my team. We don't even have to battle him right now if we don't want to. But I might as well, because we got fully healed after that battle against Leon. So what do you got first, Hop? Dubwool. I probably should have led with Matchbox, now that I'm thinking about it a little more, but this'll be fine. Hop's party is actually pretty high-leveled here, so my team is going to be pretty even with his. That did about half damage, so unless I play my cards right, I might be in trouble. So let's bring in Athena. Get that pressure ability going. And good, I called another double edge. How about pluck, just in case? I probably should teach Athena something else instead of Brave Bird, but whatever. I'll worry about that later. Down goes Dubwool. Pincurchin is up next, so I guess we'll just swap back to Terra. Not really much to say about this battle. I will say, though, it's been forever since I've done an episode of Pokemon Sword. I kind of missed it, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to this post-game. You'll see why. I just figured it would be nice to start this while I've got a little lull in my Bug Fables episodes. I've recorded up to episode 22 of that Let's Play. So I think now would be a good time to alternate between the two. For a moment there, I was worried that wouldn't KO Corviknight, but what am I so worried about? Snorlax is up next, and... What should I do? How about we send in Sherbert? Because Snorlax is so tanky, I think it would be... Or wait, no! I shouldn't have done that! Wait, Snorlax can learn Heavy Slam, so I should switch Athena in. Right. Snorlax's Heavy Slam was what nearly destroyed Sherbert when she was still a Vanillish. Yeah, that's better. How about we set up with the Hone Claws and then use Brave Bird? Surely I have a max potion. Hammer Arm! Oh dear. That is a very strong physical fighting type move that also lowers the user's speed by 1. That did so much damage, holy mackerel. And somehow Snorlax missed. I have a boatload of Hyper Potions, but no Max Potions, so I guess we'll just use a full Restore. And so did he. Alright. Hold up. Gotta use the right move here. I also find it a little weird that the lighting changed whenever the game swapped to views of our Pokemon. There goes the speed debuff again, so I think we can just use a Steel Wing and be fine. Goodbye, Snorlax. Nice, Sage leveled up. Cramorant is up next, so let's send in Blinky. I need to make sure to KO it before, you know, before it uses Surf or Dive. And I think 1 Electro Ball should be enough. Throat Chop? Okay. I didn't even know Cramorant could learn Throat Chop. I gotta remember to darken that part of the gameplay footage. And again. Get that out of here. Don't you be messing with my viewers' vision. Terra leveled up. Nice. And last up is Rillaboom, his ace. I think 1 Pyro Ball from Matchbox ought to take care of this. I see we're evenly matched, Hop. And if this doesn't KO your Rillaboom, Bounce certainly will. There we go. Piece of cake. And nobody fainted. I didn't expect there to be such a gap between you and me, mate. Yep, I've beaten you once before in another life. And if it isn't the two of you again, I was wondering what all the noise was about. Oh, hello there, Professor Sonia. And thank you, I guess. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be off assisting the professor? Hey, I thought so! She really is the professor! And really, I've got the two of you to thank for that. I was just along for the ride on your adventure, but I ended up taking a real interest in the history of the Galar region. And I came to care for Pokemon even more than I ever had before. Aw, that's really nice. And we got a copy of Sonia's research book. Her new discoveries about the Galar region's legends are recorded in this enjoyable read. Yeah, enjoyable. It's really just some bonus lore that you may or may not have known already. That is pretty cool that Sonia actually did become the professor. So, what are you young'uns doing here? Oh, right. Oh, that's it, isn't it? You were putting the rusted sword and rusted shield back in their place. Can't just keep holding on to them forever, right? We were. Yeah, that's what we were doing. We were just about to do that. You forgot entirely, didn't you? Besties with Zacian and Zamazenta. Sure, whatever. I mean, it does seem fair to put the rusted sword and shield back. Seems like the responsible thing to do, or whatever. Took us a little while, but we've brought back your precious relics and all. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool when they're positioned on the mantle like that. What are you gonna do, Sonia? I think I'll stay here a bit longer. I want to do a little more research here in the forest. My power spot detector is going off. Suddenly jumping to a different subject entirely. This is officially where the post-game begins. Oh, here we go. Let me see, what kind of voices can I give these guys? Well, 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 I thought I heard someone making some noise over this way. You wouldn't be the Professor Sonia who wrote the book Galar, A History? Hello. You bought my book? Why, yes, of course. Read it from cover to cover. I even wrote an internet review for it. That awful book was filled with lies, so we gave it 1 star. What? There are no lies printed in that book. That's just plain rude. I am Swordward. I am Shieldbert. We are the new kings of Galar. We're descendants of the first kings. Oh. More than that, we're celebrities. I can't do this with a straight face, dude. These two characters are the worst I've ever seen. They just stroll right in here and steal the rusted sword and shield, complete with the item jingle.
Oh, do shut up. We only happened to pick up some things that were dropped on the ground. If you've got a problem with it, how about you prove to whom they belong,
I seriously can't do this with a straight face. This is so freaking stupid. And we have to battle them too. They just come in here, acting like they own the place. I can't, man. The post-game for Pokemon Sword and Shield is my least favorite post-game in the entire series. Hands freaking down. I hate this. So I can't help but just point out every single flaw. And the worst part is, here, you don't even get a chance to heal your Pokemon. You have to just battle whomever it is you're battling. Swordward and Shielbert, I must say their names are stupid, but they feel like they're just so shoehorned into the story. Why are they here? Why did I miss that hurricane? I just don't get it. And you know what the worst part is? It only gets more stupid from here. Just wait until after we battle these guys. And somehow Sage lived that. Seriously, though. To come from the battle frontiers of Hoenn and Sinnoh, exploring the remaining parts of Unova and Kalos, and finding the Ultra Beasts in Alola, this post-game is really freaking pathetic. The story was a bit shaky up until now, but this is just so sad and insipid. I would say more, but I want to wait until this battle's over. Heck, I may even cut out the rest of this battle. That's how stupid this is. Oh, never mind. Sherbert wants to learn the move Sheer Cold. This has 30% accuracy, but it's a one-hit KO. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. It's less likely to hit the target if it's used by Pokemon other than Ice types. I still don't want to learn it, because Sherbert's moveset is fine as is. Okay, we're back. But seriously, I can't explain how dumb this is. You go here to the Slumbering Weald, expecting a cutscene where you just return the rusted sword and shield. And then these two dinguses show up and ruin the whole thing. Why are they here? Not to mention Sonia just randomly talking about the power spots. Whatever. These two claim to be the next kings of the Galar region. They claim that they're wanting to beat up Eternatus. They claim that their ancestors were the ones that made the Stow-on Side mural. And yeah, it wasn't even me that destroyed it. It was Bed. Seriously. And now we have to go off and find wherever those two idiots went to take back the rusted shield. He looked upset about something during the battle. Maybe that had something to do with it? His own rival became the new champion, and his goal vanished before his eyes. Oh yeah, this part too! The game just suddenly tells you, congratulations for making your friendly rival feel like scum. So now we have to go on a wild goose chase to find the two idiots. Since we've had a lot of stuff to cut out, I think we'll go for that cutscene at the lab in Wedgehurst and then call it there. And who's this now? I guess this random scientist character is now Sonia's assistant. She doesn't even have a name. Things have been a little hectic around here, but my assistant has been handling things in a proper fashion. She's really been helping me keep things afloat. Whatever. But what are we looking at this time? You remember my power spot detector, right? It detects places where Dynamaxing is possible. Basically, when there's a high concentration of Galar particles, whatever the crab that means, the readings spike. I don't find this interesting at all. Normally, I would say this is interesting. Follow the readings from the power spot detector to find the idiots. That's what we gotta do. It is easier to call them weirdos, or, like I said, idiots. But check this out. We gotta go to every single gym again. There's only one power spot in Turf Field right now, but there will be one in every single gym. That is what this post-game is. A wild goose chase to stop the most shoehorned in, idiotic, and overall stupid Pokemon NPCs I have ever seen. I'm just so dumbfounded. Why does this even exist? This whole portion could have been cut out from the game, and we could have just been able to catch the box art legendary, whatever it is, at the top of Rose Tower. We didn't even need to do this. This is just something that was squeezed in at the last minute properly, or not properly, probably, to add more gameplay time. I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised a bit if this postgame was one of the last things added. I hate this postgame. So next time on Pokemon Sword, whenever that is, I'm gonna see how quickly I can get this postgame done. If my math is correct, we should be able to do this in about 1 or 2 more episodes, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff to cut out. So until then, this is Tentacle signing out. Take care, everybody, and... help me.